So this is a walkthrough through chapter 1 of Alyx, Half-Life Alyx. Chapter 1 is called Entanglement, like in quantum entanglement, and we are going to start with a movement which will be a teleportation, which is for most people the best option. It's the most comfortable type of movement. The other ones is shift, which is fast linear movement, and continuous movement based on your head orientation. We're gonna and also one based on your hand. So one based on your head and one based on your hand. And there is different difficulties, and we're gonna start with normal difficulty. It doesn't really matter in the first chapter, as we are not really to be not going to be fighting a lot. Okay, so let's start with blink, and then we would change it and show you the other types of movement, and then we would then carry on back to blink. So this is a new game. We're starting it now. We already have passed Alyx. I've already finished the game. So this is just a movie for the first, second and third chapter we're going to be covering, because those were not filmed before. So this is the initial scene. We're just standing in a white. There is some floating floaters. And it says, in 5 years before the collapse of the Citadel and the death of the Evans, which is Dr. Ellie Vance, which is Alyx's mother. And we are Alyx Vance, age 19, female affiliation, human resistance, and current assignment reconnaissance. And this is very much in line with the starts of Half-Life series in general. This is where after the original Half-Life finished and the G-Men have put Gordon Freeman in stasis, this type of sort of formatted text appeared advising us where we are, and straight into we are in a citadel, standing in a city 17. There is a strider walking around, some helicopters flying. It's beautiful. There is a pigeon. I mean, this is very, very impressive. If you played in VR many different games, there are various quality games of VR, like there are various quality games in any other gaming, but the quality here is amazing, and this is how we can move around. So those are our hands. You can see our fingers, and because I play with valve knuckles, I can do things like small finger by finger. I can even be naughty. Can I? Yeah, I can, and do like this. I can put my thumbs up like this and a hole, so we can grab stuff just by grabbing it naturally, like bottle, and we can crack it. It's pretty impressive. We don't have our Russels yet, which will come to that later. So we can just move around, and we can read things. So this is a water flavor sustenance bar, which is probably some kind of food provided by Combine. There is some lovely folder, maybe that's Alyx's, we don't know. You can water your plants if you will have water. There is a radio, and we can get it. It seems like this radio has been made with computer parts, so USB, some VGA ports. You have a fans, so. And this is a little bit of telling you what you can do. I hate this type of thing. The quick turn left to right. This makes people nauseous. So if I do that, I close my eyes. But some people go okay. I mean, I played VR for last 6 years, and I'm still not fine with certain type of movements. I normally stick to teleportation, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I can play for hours. There's no problem. So if I stick to teleportation, which you operate with a little thumb here on a valve knuckles, and you teleport by pointing somewhere. The nice thing is, I haven't seen it in other games, you can actually adjust with this knob which place you would like, which direction you would like Alyx to face after you. So if I'm standing like this and I move her feet like that, I will be standing forward, which is brilliant. And I can do and stand and face the wall. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now I would while we're here, I will run through some other options in terms of movement. So we would look at options, preferences, and movement. We're gonna change it from blink to shift. and we'll resume. And this is where you still have your teleportation, but you move like that. Instead of just reappearing, you can feel like there is some sort of movement. Whoop. And again, I'm fine with that, but some people might not find it that great. And in this type of movement, you are not able to use your little knob to face the direction you want to face, so you end up just going wherever Blink is telling you to go. So this is shift. Apologies, not Blink. Blink is the original one. Blink is the easiest one. So this is a shift type of movement, and now we would move back and try another one, which is continuous movement. Now this is what I call floating in VR. So with your little joystick, you sort of walk. And this, I cannot do that really, because I don't walk. My brain recognizes that, hey man, you're not really walking, you're standing. Why is the picture moving like you're walking? And it makes me feel nauseous. So this is what happens if you walk, and you can walk by pointing with your head. So here, our hands are free; they can go whichever direction. We go direction with the little knob wherever we're pointing our head. Now the last movement option here is continuous with a hand. So this is even weirder, but again, I don't mind. I like all those options to be included, because there will be people who would love those options, who don't like, they found it immersive braking. For teleportation, they found it unnatural, because normally people don't teleport. They would prefer that, and they have a really strong VR legs. They don't get nauseous, and they actually like to do it this way. And it's brilliant that all those options are available. So you stretch your hand, and you walk where your left hand is pointing you. And yes, those 4 options are available, and this is really amazing. And they should be there, and they should be in every game. I think it's brilliant. So yes, I'm back, because I'm not that great. I don't have really strong VR legs to be able to walk around like that, despite years of playing. I never built them, and I played a lot. So like, I'm just gonna teleport around like I always do, and that makes me feel perfect. So I'll walk around now here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You can see all the things that you can interact with. You can see there is a gutter full of grass. There is a pigeon. You can throw it at the pigeon. Pigeon will run away. I mean, this is brilliant. You know, you probably heard the story of a teacher who was running a class in VR. You know, actually using this screen here as a chalkboard to explain things to kids. So you know, this is really brilliant. So we can do a little bit of a shameless self-promotion. Boom. And as always, I never fit things in. This is just, that has to be, that there is no other way to do it. And there is eraser, so I can erase this. I can erase my little, you know, wonderful drawing. A piece of art is gone, never to be seen again. And you even have pillows. They're just sacks of something, but we cannot leave them. So the another thing in Half-Life Alyx, which is brilliant, is that each object has a weight. And you'll find that there are things that are really easy for you to lift, and the things that if they're heavier, you'll find that you need to use both of your hands, or on occasions you just cannot lift. And even if they're heavy, you see the hand really dragging. Obviously your real hand wouldn't drag, because there is no, you know, there is currently no technology to allow the resistance, but it sort of fools your brain to thinking that it will. So up here it's requesting us to talk to his
it's
dad.
Good, Dad. Metrocop movement is normal. Same for the Combine patrols. How's it going in the stockyard?
One Combine mini reactor from a shipment of 4,000. They're never going to miss it. Here, see for yourself.
And not only that, someone's hacked into the Combine construction network.
Don't get greedy, guys. We're not made of time here.
1 minute and I'm out, guaranteed.
Oh, also, I spotted the Combine moving supplies into the quarantine zone. That place has been deserted for years.
That is odd. Well, Well, we'll look into it when we get back.
What is this?
Meet back at the safe house, baby. We'll be there soon.
It looks like...
What is it, Russell?
Would you?
Okay. So now we're going to back to meet Dad and Russell. Yeah, and this is how you open things. So you just open them with your hands, which is awesome. So let's move around. I'm clearly too close to the sofa out of the center of my room. In a place that we normally film those, we're not filming it currently in our virtual reality experience center because of the COVID-19 lockdown. But in the we have much more space. We have 3 times 3 meters, 10 times 10 feet space for each player, which is brilliant. And you have, you don't have to worry about your sofa or all other things in your room. But unfortunately, this place is now closed because because of what's happening around in the world. So I'm filming this from home. And yes, here we go. Strider. I mean, some good folks build those houses and they combine seem to have no appreciation for this beautiful Eastern European architecture. It's quite nice. It has the right feel. City 17 doesn't have a name, so we don't know which Eastern European city this was based on. I recognize some car brands from my young years, and some car. I think I have one of those actually. I had a Lada when I was a kid. And here we go. There is a little bug, and you can grab. You can sort of play with him. Hello, buddy. And this will tell you how to move into the menu. So running through your controls, you have your hands, you have your trigger, which also activates your pointy button, your pointy finger, and then you have all those finger reactions with a valve knuckles. If you would like to go to menu, you grab that. And the other button on a valve knuckles allows you to do different things depending on the guns you will have. So it will allow you to burst mode in a gun, or it will change it. It will allow you to drop off the ammo clip, because everything's really manual here. There is another chalkboard, and we can again paint on this. But what are we going to do here? We're gonna grab it with our hand and point it out like this. That's what we want to do. We want to look through that camera, because we want to film what Combine is doing. That's our job here. We are reconnaissance. Okay, let's walk through some paper, a lift. This is you can switch off the light, switch on, switch off, brilliant. And I'm born a year too late, so I don't read Cyrillic. My wife does. And she told me this is something about the job assignments. You can do a good job. But yeah, it sounds like right. Because the amount of detail here is brilliant. You can look at all those things, And the cockroaches are not made brilliantly. I mean, come on, they're glitching through. They should just not do the cockroaches, really. There's someone who wants to talk to us.
Yep, they got the reactor. Easy peasy. I'm headed back to the safe house right now to meet Dad. Go. We'll be in touch. Stay safe.
So those are Combine grunts. They're just running somewhere. Seems like there is things that don't work our way. There is a cut missing called Beatrice. Likes chasing bugs, eating bugs, does not answer to name. And Asara wants it back. But we're going to have bigger problems than a missing cat. Unfortunately, as much as missing a cat is a pain, I lost mine quite a few times and he came back always, but once we have to actually go around and find him.
What is it?
This doesn't seem like a routine sweep. Are you sure everything went okay?
100%.
Russell's got the CPs riled up.
Keep your head down and be smart.
Okay, combined drones. You can see combined soldiers there, putting people into the van. And not really such nice guys. And there is more things we can interact with. There's a pigeon here on our way. We're just gonna move on, move on, move on. So there is some people there, and a drone telling them to go. We cannot go in there. We can go in here, however. So the doors we just push. Our handle we need to grab. It's the lady doesn't seem to be. There's a cat. She stole the cat. And now we get to the ladders. So ladders you don't grab them. You know, in some VR titles you are actually able to grab a ladder and walk up it. Here you basically point at it and this thing come up and then you teleport yourself upstairs. And there we go. A combine's flying bug with, well, whatever it is. So here we can grab a paint and I will show you why. Because we're gonna leave this with our hand. Then it can fall. Oh, it will not. Okay, in that case there was no need for paint, guys. Just disregard it. So now we're gonna jump. Like this. You can jump on various surfaces. And those are some cool things.
Whoa, wait, I just live here. Wait,
We cannot grab them.
Didn't steal anything. What did you see? No one! I didn't see anyone!
Dad! Hey, wait, no!
So that's how it starts. It doesn't start really too good. Straight away we have our dad abducted and we are being taken by Combine. So not ideal way to say hello. And this is where we end up. So we are
Where are you taking me?
being driven.
Where's my father? Hello? Damn it, where's my father?
Tell her to stop moving around back there. Stop moving.
Yeah, he told us to stop moving the other guy. Whoa! There's a drone with a grenade. Boom! And here we are. So, the truck has been blown. We are on a side. Well, it's clearly insubordinate relocation. Hello. So this is being given to us.
Alyx, you there? You've got to get moving.
Russell? I've been in an accident.
I know! I caused it, so technically not an accident. You've got to get moving.
Wait, where's Dad?
He's fine. Follow the drone.
So this is there is another way of getting out of. You actually need to bend your knees. Whoop.
So, Dad's okay, right?
Yeah, well, no. To be honest, he's in huge trouble. They've still got him. He was in a separate dress.
And you saved me?
Well, yes. I had no way of knowing who was in which van. So, yes, the result was that I saved you.
Do we know where they're taking him?
Criminal holding. And then...
So we're just following the drone, and we can look at other things, but there is really...
But I'm already working on a plan to get him back. You're close to my lab. Keep following the drone. We'll figure out what to do.
Russell, what did you guys find back there?
Well, that's the crazy thing. I don't know. Just blurry pictures of a
The Citadel?
No, something else. And whatever it is, they're gonna kill anybody who saw it. And anybody who
Whoop,
knows anybody
just like
who
that.
saw it. Which means us and your dad.
Russell, just hang on. I'm almost there.
Okay, so drone is there. There is some people actually on the balcony looking at what's happening. Some combined pictures on the, houses. We have we can grab stuff, paint, close the car's door. Whoop. That's looks like I don't even know what it looks like. Voga. Hello, drone. Yeah, that was nice. So like this time we can grab that, lift up. There is a strider. And the strider kicked the drone.
Alex, everything cut out for a second. I lost the headset video feed. Can you see my drone? Is it okay?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
So drone is dead. But you see, this is how we can move around. And we can leave this. Get ourselves in. And we will open those and press the trigger. This is a secret
Alex,
door.
Great. Okay, let's wait. My drone's okay, right?
Nope, it exploded. I'm fine, by the way.
Right. Good. Well, that's the main.
Russell's brilliant.
Russell, they've got Dad.
I know. This is bad. They're gonna find out what he knows, and then, yeah, they're gonna kill him.
Oh God.
But the good news is we've got something they don't.
Which is?
My plan to get him back.
Great. Let's hear it.
Now, pretty soon they're gonna realise that your dad is not gonna talk, and when that happens, he's off to have his brain sucked out.
Russell.
Potentially. Maybe not, though. I mean, they could just drill into
Stop.
his... Oh, yeah, still your dad. Right, well, what they will do is take him by train from here. This is Eli to Nova Prospect.
And if he gets on that train, that's it, right?
Not necessarily. Grab something that represents us. Okay, that's you.
I thought you said us.
Well, one of us, me, will have to stay here for this plan to work.
All right, fair enough.
Just outside, there's a second train that also leads out of City 17 through the quarantine zone.
Okay.
Both trains intersect here at Fairview Junction. You take your train, get there before his train, and hack into the controls. That'll let me take over the system. Train comes to a halt, you deal with the Combine situation, and we get your dad back.
Sounds good. Where's the train I'm taking?
Easy
Out the
peasy.
back, through the yard. It's decommissioned, but I think I can hack into its controls. Oh, and get yourself a pair of Russels on the way out.
Russels?
The gloves, Alex. You know, the gravity gloves. I have a few sets through there. You can calibrate them out by the shed.
Yeah, those will be very essential. I love
that.
that.
We could do it, because we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
That looks very BIOSy. Like this is actually the old defrag screen when you were defragmenting your hard drives in good old days. That's what it is. And those are the computers I used as a kid and teenager. Okay, let's grab those gloves. You are not actually allowed to defragment your hard drive anymore. The SSDs don't like it. Yeah, those are the Russels being built. There is some hammers and tools. So, a bit of a maker, old Russell. Okay, and now we're gonna learn what those gloves do, and they do hell lot of things, which is brilliant. It really helps us through the game, and this is what actually probably meant that the only option to win
Alright,
the
you know
game.
how this goes. There should be a bunch of junk down there. Aim at something with your hand open.
So we aim at things,
Excellent.
and then when
now
it
make a fist.
lights up,
Registered. Now flick your
You
wrist
grab
to
it.
bring it in. Just like that. Great. Try again.
this is a bit harder for me with a right hand. You need to point your finger actually at it.
That's it. Yep. One more time. Targeted. Close your hand. You're on. Perfect. We're done. Oh, wait. I almost forgot.
Alyx, up here! You're gonna need a gun! Don't worry, it's unloaded.
No.
It's unloaded now!
So again, with a gun, like with everything, you grab it,
Oh, almost forgot. Guns need ammo.
you will throw it to us
Here you
too.
go.
Brilliant. I almost grabbed my lamp. So this is your gun. It has no ammo. This is the ammo clip. It goes into your bag, but you can also just feed it.
Heading back to the comm room.
So there is a button you press to clock the gun. You can just, this is how you lose ammo, so don't do that. And gun without any upgrades is just a normal gun, so you just need to aim like this, like would you aim in a gun. So here we have we don't have much ammo, so maybe we can look around, see if there's anything we can find. Nothing. Yep, no ammo here. There is a dwarf. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, you took care of that lock then. Good. Great. Did have the key for it, but should have given you that. That's on me.
This is where you store it. You store your ammo behind your back.
All right, here we go. Next stop, Fairview Junction.
Thanks, Russell.
And this is the first chapter, so you can change your gun to your empty hand by pressing the big button here. Just this one.